morning, guys. Long time no see. Just kidding. I'm sure you're so sick of my face because I think I uploaded like 4 videos last week. But yeah, there wasn't a morning chat last week because I just needed a little bit of a break. You know, I uploaded like 3 days of our trip in Jeju, and that was a little challenge I did for myself because I wanted to share my trip as it was happening. Otherwise, I could easily see myself coming home, like looking through all the footage and, you know, kind of stressing myself out about making a short video compiling all of that. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Oh, before I forget, I have to talk about this because it's something that's been bothering me and no one has yelled at me on YouTube yet. So before that happens, every time I edit my videos when I'm applying makeup, this always pops out to me. And it's the fact that like a lot of times when I'm blending in my eyeshadow primer, I'm always using my middle finger and it totally looks like I'm flicking everyone off. But I just want to explain that I use my fingers for different things. Like for example, I use my index finger for my lip balm and I don't really want to smear that on my, you know, my eyelids or any places that I'm concealing. And then I use my 4th finger to use like potted stuff like the RMS Uncover Up or where are you? Oh, or the Living Luminizer. And just because these are potted, and I do clean the surface of it sometimes, but as you can see, it still has like a tint of my tinted moisturizer. And so I try to isolate my fingers so that I'm not like double, triple dipping. And then I realize that every time I do my eyes, it's always with my middle finger. And so I'm sorry if that has been secretly offending you. It's been seriously bothering me every time I edit. On that note, I'm going to be using my RMS Uncover Up today just because I'm really running low on my Honest Beauty tinted moisturizer. And you know, I have this, so I might as well use it. I don't love it, probably because my skin's on the drier side, and as moisturizing as this is supposed to be, it kind of still accentuates a lot of my dry patches. And this was so expensive, I don't want to just waste it. So for the longest time, I've been on the fence about what I want to purchase after this. And as much as I love this, I freaking love this tinted moisturizer, the beauty product junkie in me just wants to try something new. And so with the help of my friend Lauren, who I met on YouTube, she is a consultant for Beauty Counter, and Beauty Counter carries all non-toxic beauty brands. Oh my gosh, sorry. 여보세요? I finally convinced Brandon to tailor his jeans, so that's what that call was about. The last week and a half, my chin area just exploded. And since January, I've had like really clogged pores here, but nothing was surfacing. And then, of course, you know, not too much before our Jeju trip, my chin just went insane. So I'm still dealing with that. It has calmed down a lot. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So my friend Lauren, yes. She helped me pick out a foundation. I got the Beauty Counter Tint Skin and a concealer. It's like one of those clicky pen concealers. So I'm really excited to try that. My mom is going to mail that over for me soon. Thanks, Amma. I know she's watching this. She also watched my Jeju vlog where I talked about the Reebok Skyscapes and how they're my favorite shoe. Now I can't find them anywhere. Well, she watched that video and then she saw the part where I mentioned that my friend G found them at Lady Foot Locker. So my mom actually ordered me a backup pair of those slip-ons and she's going to send me those too. So touched. I'm really excited to have another pair, even though I'm sure these ones will last me a while. So yeah, I will let you guys know my thoughts on the Beauty Counter stuff when I get them. Oh my gosh, it's so loud. Today's video is gonna be just random updates because I don't have a super intense book to share with you. This weekend was very productive. On Saturday, Brandon and I got our teeth cleaned at the dentist together. And then I just ordered a bunch of things for the home that have been on my wish list for a while. My dentist told me that my gums in the back are really sensitive because of the way that I brush. And we used to have the Sonicare electronic toothbrushes, but it was so old we had to toss it. And so I reordered the Sonicare toothbrush. And then another thing that has been on my wish list for ages. I'm like embarrassed to say how excited I am about this purchase, and you guys might think I'm totally lame, but I have wanted a paper shredder, like a diesel paper shredder that shreds credit cards and paper clips and staples and all of that for the longest time. I don't know, Brandon's always said like we don't need it, you know, it's just it's not a purchase that really needs to be made, but I've just always wanted one because I'm weird about like identity theft stuff and just tossing stuff with my information on it. I feel really weird about that, so finally pulled the plug and ordered a Fellows paper shredder that I'm so excited for. Look at this. I have been collecting stuff that I've been wanting to shred. I think this is at least like 4 years old. There's definitely checks in here and old like banking stuff and like debit cards that have expired. And I'm just gonna go to town. I'm just gonna make myself, you know, a big cup of coffee or have a glass of wine, and I'm just going to just shred the crap out of everything that's in this envelope. And I'm so looking forward to it. Does that make me sound like a total loser or what? Ordered some new pillows for our bed. Oh, we got these like microfiber ones I'm really excited to get. It's been a while, and I don't know, pillows just kind of gross me out if you just think about like all the sweat and everything that probably accumulates in there, even though we wash our pillowcases pretty frequently. I just think about like the bed bugs or creatures that can be living inside the pillows and just bleh. I know you can wash your pillows, and we have, but every time we pull it out of the washing machine, they just get all like bent out of shape, and the cotton and the stuff, the fillings just like move around, and just it gets all lumpy, and I don't like that. And then Brandon and I went through a painful few hours of redoing our budgets for this year. I know we're like 4 months late. We really needed to fix some of our budgets because we've been going over our budget a lot, especially in the gifts and shopping area. I'm hoping the shopping one's going to get much better though, because we decided we're gonna just shop seasonally for our capsules. Yeah, I'm happy to report that the past few months we've been coming under our food budget, which was also a problem for us. Every single month last year we went over our food budget tremendously, and that's been like a sore spot for me. It was painful, but we adjusted everything, and just because of all the pain associated with using the budgeting tool, I'm even more motivated to stay under our budget so we don't have to keep tweaking it. And then I spent a good amount of time this weekend just planning out some video ideas for next month and some things that you guys can expect from me. I want to upload at least one dance video next month. And I'd also like to upload a spring-summer capsule makeup collection because I will have some new products that I plan to use for the next 2 seasons. Well, no, this season and the next. I'm thinking of making a video just reviewing this tinted moisturizer, just an ode to the Honest Beauty Everything Tinted Moisturizer, the oil-free version, just because I've loved it so much. And yeah, I think I'd like to really talk about this in depth after I finish it. And I'm also toying with the idea of doing a video talking about some of my favorite like home appliances or home stuff, whether it's things in the kitchen or things that have just really added value to my life. I'm hoping the paper shredder makes that list. I'm sure it will. For this Thursday's video, I'm planning to film my spring capsule, which I'm excited and nervous for because I haven't ever filmed like a fashion video, and I don't really know what that's gonna look like yet. I've just been kind of letting that marinate in my head. So that's something you guys can expect from me this week, hopefully. And speaking of capsules, I know that jewelry and accessories I haven't counted in my capsule, but I've been doing a lot of research online looking for some quality jewelry that I can add to my spring and capsule, like to accompany my spring and capsule wardrobe. And because my skin is so sensitive, I wanted to invest in some higher end jewelry, and I was looking at different brands, and I don't know how, but I came across the company Mejuri, I hope I said that right. And if it sounds familiar to you guys, I know that Jenn from Head to Toe, she did a collaboration with them And I was looking at some of their pieces, and there was one that just really stuck out to me. It was just so up my alley. And so I looked at the product description, and it did say that all of their jewelry is good for sensitive skin, for even the most sensitive skin. And so I was sold. And it was quite a hefty purchase. It came out to close to $100 for this one necklace, and that was going to just be my one new addition to my jewelry collection. Oh, shipping was so painful. I think shipping alone was like 25 bucks. And then I had like a 15% off promo code for it. So anyway, like the total came out to like right around 100. I got the necklace shortly because they ship with DHL, and DHL is amazing. They're so fast, and if you ever want to return stuff, you can just call them and they'll just like pick up the package from my apartment, so I don't even have to leave. I liked how it looked, but as soon as it came out of the box, it looked more like a $5 necklace, and I feel like the quality just wasn't there. Anyway, I tried it on, and within minutes, like less than 5 minutes, my entire neck just broke out in a rash, and I'll insert a picture over here. It was terrible. So I took it off, and I'm like, just to make sure that it wasn't the necklace. I'm pretty sure it was though. I took it off for a few hours and decided to put it back on later. Same thing happened. Just broke out in hives. So I emailed Mejuri, and I was like saying how bummed I was. I purposely ordered from them because they said that, you know, their jewelry is safe for sensitive skin, which was not the case. Yeah, so I emailed them and I asked them for return forms so that I could send it back, and looks like they're even going to reimburse me for the $25 shipping that I paid to get it over here. Thank goodness. So that was that. I'm also using a different eyeshadow palette for the first time in months. This I swapped out for the spring and summer because I really love this palette, but I don't normally, you know, grab for it because I kind of suck at putting on eyeshadow, and I usually just get away with wearing 1 or 2 colors, but I just really wanted to use these colors because it's so pretty. I'm gonna retire my Bobbi Browns for a little bit, so on my search for fine jewelry, I was looking into Fin Jewelry, which is Candace Poole's company, and Candace Poole is Casey Neistat's wife, and I just love them. And I want to support them. And so I looked into some of her designs, and it's like, of course, all the necklaces that I'm like, ooh, I think I want that. They're like $3,000. So I don't think I'll be getting it anytime soon. But man, what a bummer, because some of them are really pretty. I love the Neistats. I have to say though, even with an eyeshadow primer, by the end of the day, all the work that I'm doing here just ends up all over here. It's definitely fallout with the NARS shadows. I'm gonna use it. I paid a lot of money for this palette, and I want to use it before it goes bad. My friend Sugi is coming to Korea next week. I'm so excited to see her. And she is not staying in Seoul, but she is coming to Seoul to spend a night at our place with us. And I'm kind of peer pressuring her into filming a morning chat with me. Sugi's just one of those like freaking pretty girls, but she's like cool as hell, which makes her even prettier. I just always love spending time with her. And I met Sugi through my best friend Jessica. Sugi was is Jessica's close friend. Oh, and Sugi is coming to dance with me, so that's gonna be really fun. Sugi knows how to have a good time, so I'm excited to go to a dance class with her. Last step is my RMS Living Luminizer. I really do love this product. I hope one day my skin is nice enough that I can just wear this without any foundation. One can dream, right? That's not gonna happen. Okay, my friends, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later this week with my fingers crossed capsule wardrobe video. Bye!